About a year ago, I made a fan documentary covering the story behind Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy from its early beginnings as the Luna project all the way to its final release. I also talked about how a single developer managed to revive the game on modern platforms like PC, Nintendo Switch, and the PlayStation 4. However, it turns out there were still a few details I missed back then, and in today's video we're going to go over those missing facts. Before it became Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, the game went through several names, including Sphinx, Sphinx in the Shadow of Set, and finally Sphinx and the Misfortunate Mummy. Eurocom originally wanted voiced dialogue, but THQ decided against it. THQ wanted the game to compete with the likes of The Legend of Zelda. Interestingly, Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy was released in South Korea without any significant changes. Upon release, Sphinx enjoyed one of the biggest magazine coverage for an action-adventure game of its era, appearing repeatedly in publications like Play and Game Informer. THQ even collaborated with a German brand to produce a special limited edition Xbox console themed around Sphinx, making it one of the rarest pieces of Eurocom memorabilia. Despite releasing during the busy Christmas season, Sphinx struggled to find its audience due to its unusual blend of genres and setting. The GameCube version underperformed, and the Xbox market wasn't keen on adventure games, leaving the PlayStation 2 version to carry the sales. Over time though, it reportedly broke even. Shortly after launch, Eurocom began early work on a sequel. Unfortunately, the project was cancelled within weeks for reasons that remain unknown. The sequel was set to take a much darker turn, drawing inspiration from Dante's Inferno and delving deeper into mythological themes. Years later, Eurocom briefly experimented with ports for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but development never progressed far enough to result in a release. Members of the original Eurocom team admitted they weren't fond of the American cover art, claiming it looked more like a poster fit for Star Wars than an Egyptian adventure. In an attempt to bring the series back, a mobile endless runner featuring the mummy and basket was in development by 8-Bit Square. A prototype existed, but it was never released to the public. Sphinx was once mentioned in a British TV quiz show called The Chase. This was very rare at the time.
Your time starts now. What mythology inspired the video game Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy? Egyptian. Correct.
The logo of Sphinx was made by Original Studios, the same team behind logos for Ratchet & Clank, Spyro, Sly Cooper, and many more. And that concludes all the Sphinx facts I know of.